Okay, timelines and synchronicities. What is it? This is what I'm getting. Okay, what it is a long-term process of getting everybody onto the same timeline. How long? Maybe 6 months, maybe 12 months, maybe 12 years, maybe 2,000 years. Everybody gets on the same timeline, and then the synchronicities continue. Because that's the way it goes. Everybody gets onto the same timeline, which indicates that we have people on different timelines, different versions of Earth. The idea is to get them all on the same timeline and then unify. And that's all going to be done in due course. And you say, well, then what am I supposed to do now? If it's 12,000 years, the answer is you need to always be ready. Because you never know the day. And it says that in the Bible for the mystical marriage between you and God. And you never know the day, but it says clearly you need to be ready every moment of every day. Every day you need to focus on being ready for God. Or you wasted your whole life, because other than mystical marriage with God, there's no point to life at all. You go blah, 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 there ain't. That's the purpose of you being here in purgatory, because that's what this is, a purgatorial realm, and that is where we all are. So how do we help people get onto the right timeline? The answer is we don't. That is all done by God. God does everything. So you can relax, but being prepared, well, God prepares you, yes. And what else? Well, you have got to understand. When God prepares you, you got to stay prepared. In other words, if God has got you all cleaned up, then you stay clean. That's your job. How cleaned up? As cleaned up as you can get. Anyways, the answer is always in the question, why? Because you're in purgatory. You're not in heaven, are you? Isn't it true? Well, then just tell yourself that I need to get to heaven. And to get to heaven, I got to be ready. And whatever God's doing to help me out, I need to follow those instructions. And that's going to come down to, well, where am I listening to God? And the answer is all the time. On the radio, when the birds fly by, what people say, what's on their t-shirts, what's on their hats, what's on their bumper stickers, what's on the side of that big truck that just drove by. You need to be focused in the present moment at all time, which means you need a silent mind. Because a busy mind with all kinds of intrusive thoughts is not focused on the now, it's focused on the past or the future. So how are you going to get rid of intrusive thoughts? You have to kill all the demons. Because you know from, cartoons that you had an angel and a devil, and you got to kill the devil. How do you, because some people say tame the devil. You can't. You have to kill the devil. How do you kill the devil? The answer is you don't. God does. What are you supposed to do? You're supposed to be alert with a quiet mind, but and then you're going to have to come to the conclusion that God is going to kill some devils around you. Are they human devils or non-human devils? The answer is always in the question, both. Physical and not, yes. Non-physical too, yes. Your job is to simply be. You don't need to be. That's the biggest problem humans have, is that there are busy people, busy work people. Well, I know, but in the meantime, you gotta focus on you. While whatever you're doing is going on, you focus on, am I here now, paying attention to what's going on immediately in my surroundings, or am I thinking about next week's meeting with somebody, or the fight I had 3 years ago? All these intrusive thoughts mean you have devils. God knows that you have devils. Your job is to not engage with my internal affairs departments, which are working on cleaning you up. What does that mean? It means if I make major changes in your life, don't go back to the way you were. In other words, if I break you up from your husband, don't go immediately and get another husband. Because you broke that marriage because it was the wrong marriage for you. And clearly you don't know who the right partner is for you, because you didn't know the first time, and nothing has changed with you. So God broke that marriage so that you could be single. So you could focus all of your attention on you preparing yourself for a mystical marriage with God. That is the only reason you were here. You're in purgatory. That's it. In purgatory, you prepare yourself for heaven, which is God. And God prepares you, but don't go backwards. Oh, yeah, I know. You're going to keep telling me, but when are you actually going and quietly asking your heart chakra, what am I supposed to do today, heart? You, heart, guide me. And then you have got to continue to check in with your heart chakra. Whatever it is, put your hand on your heart or whatever it is. Because you need to make sure that you're connecting with your heart and not your monkey mind or your balls or your belly. Because only your heart is love, and that is God. So it sounds like I'm telling you, then just continue doing what? No. You need to be present. And you need to train your mind to be present. So you need that book, The Power of Now, by Eckhart Tolle. And there's lots of videos of his on YouTube. In other words, it's your homework to prepare yourself. And if you're not sure what God's done for you, then you need to talk to your heart chakra and see what you get. You need to talk with yourself, because within yourself are all the answers you're ever going to need. And your monkey mind picks up nothing but garbages from the TV and other people. That is a tough truth, but that is the truth that you need to go with. And you need to separate yourself from all the other fucking people, because they're all monkey-minded assholes that are going to divert you into their latest gossip story. And then you're not going to be in the moment. You're going to be blah, 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 blah. So all those fucking people that you go blah, 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 snip, 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 snip. You got to cut them out of your life, and you're not going to do that. Because it's pointless to try and give you any kind of information about how to prepare yourself. Because if God's going to do it, God's going to do it. And you ask me, I'm going to tell you those things. And you're not going to do it because you don't follow good advice. Because you don't look into the reasons why you got married in the first time and why it broke up. And why you're immediately looking for a new replacement, instead of fixing what was wrong on you in the first place when you made the wrong choice. Because you're the same person you were. You haven't figured out why the marriage failed. You don't know why you were attracted to this person the first time and why you're attracted to somebody else. Because you're a monkey. And monkeys use monkey minds, and that's what you're brainwashed to believe is the only thing that you can use to figure things out. Because they don't teach you to consult right here in your heart chakra that knows what to do. Anyways, that's my talk.